This video is all about how you can find and identify and connect to your life purpose. I am Brent Phillips. I am the founder and creator of the Awakening Dynamic System of Energy Healing and Higher Consciousness. And I'm here with this video series, 9 videos on the answers to life's biggest questions. This video is number 4 in the series, where we're going to go head on to answer the best we can one of life's biggest questions. What is my life purpose? Why am I here? Now, if you've already watched some other videos in this series, just keep trucking. If you haven't, if this is the first one you've watched, you might want to pause this one and watch video number 1 in the series first, only because in video number 1, I kind of give a background on how I learned this and why I have confidence this is true, and why you might want to listen to me, because I wouldn't necessarily trust any rando with a YouTube video that says they can answer life's biggest questions. Seriously, right? So if you haven't done so yet, check it out. Come back to this one. If you have, awesome, you're all set. So let's get into it. What is your purpose? Why are you here? Great question. Now, the answer I'm going to give you over the next several minutes, but it may be a little different than what you expect. Here's why. Most of us assume that our soul's purpose, our life mission, looks like some kind of human project. So if we look at what does it mean to be a human project? A human project might be becoming a doctor, buying a home, making $1 million, having a family, going to Egypt to see the pyramids, building a healing center or an animal shelter. These are examples of human projects. Just so you know, your life's mission generally does not look like that. For the most part, your life's mission is experiential. It's not about making or building or having something, it's about an experience. And most of us have one primary reason we've come here. And then we might as well do a lot of other cool stuff when we're here. Of course. It's sort of like if you're going to Walmart, which for us here where we live, there's a Walmart, but it's about 25 minutes away, and it's kind of crowded. So if you need to go there, you usually don't just buy one thing, right? It's a long drive and a long wait. You're going to want to get more than one thing. So we do the same thing with our lives. You're going to go to all this effort to create a body, find parents, map out a life on Earth. You might as well do a lot of stuff when you're here, right? There may be one reason why you came here in the first place, but while you're here, there's a lot of stuff to do. So it's usually like that. And here's the thing about a human project. This is so key. So if you really want to understand why you're here, your purpose, this is it. It doesn't look like a human project because the soul doesn't care about material things. It's only about experiences. And as a result, you cannot fail at your mission. That's huge. I'm going to say it again because it's so important. You cannot fail at your mission. Impossible. You are 100% guaranteed to accomplish your mission. Why is that? Well, there's a lot of words we could put on it. But if I had to put into simple words, why is it we're here? Why human life? It would be this. Your purpose in being here is to be you. That's it. It's to be you. So let me ask you, can you fail at that? No. A good metaphor would be this. Can your physical body be anywhere other than where it is right now? Right now. Not in the future, but right now. The answer is no. Your body is where it is. And if you take your body somewhere else, then it's there. It's no longer in the first place, right? So you cannot get away from your body, can you? Wherever the body goes, there you go with it. It's kind of like that. So in the same way, you can't go anywhere without your body. You can't fail at your mission. It's impossible. It's been set up by a higher power than you, above our pay grade as humans, to be impossible to fail. And you're like, wait, that doesn't make sense. Well, again, it's because it doesn't look like a human project. That those can have success and failure. You may say, hey, I want to make $1 million next year. Cool. You then measure it. Either you made $1 million or you didn't. It's possible to succeed or to fail. With your mission, you can only succeed. Let me give you another metaphor to help wrap your head around this. You may remember those of us that survived the 1980s. there was a series of books that were really popular called Choose Your Own Adventure. I remember reading them. I love them. I bought like every book in the series. And they were basically just these short fantasy adventures, swords and sorcery mostly. But where they were different was, instead of having a linear story you read from start to finish, they would have decision points. So you'd read 6 pages, and on page 6 it would say, okay, you're walking along a road. It branches left up into the forest, or right to go down to the beach. Which way are you going to go? If you're going to go left, turn to page 7. If you're going to go right, turn to page 19, and so on. And so what happens is you make your way through the story, and it ends at some point. If you like it, you can go back and play the story again, make different choices. You see how, for those of you that just watched video number 3 on what happens after we die, you see how this parallels our lifetimes and how we create things? Very much the same kind of thing. And so if we look at this choose your own adventure thing a little more, what you'll see is they're almost like very primitive video games. It was a technologically simple way to provide interactivity, to allow the reader of the book to have some choice in how it works out. But here's the thing. When you're reading the book, you can't make every decision. When you come to the fork in the road, your choices are simple. Left to the forest, right to the beach. There is not an option for sit down and have a picnic. There is not an option for sit down and roll a joint. There is not an option for turn around and go back where you came from. You're only given left to the forest, right to the beach. And no matter what you choose, you have to stay within the confines of the story. Life is like that too. Why? All of us are given enormous choice at every moment in our lives. What are you going to do today? Well, there is some chance that I will wake up tomorrow and decide that I want to be a professional mercenary fighting for some crazy religious warlord, and then I go to Syria or some other part of the world where there's a war going on and start fighting. I could do that. I have the means, but I would never do that. Brent would never do that. Why? I have work I love. I have a family to take care of. I have bills to pay. I'm not in good shape like an 18-year-old man going to war. I'm in my 50s, nothing personal. It wouldn't make a lot of sense. I have no background or training. I'd probably just get killed. There's so many things in life every day you could do, but you never would. That's why our life is like a choose your own adventure. You're only given a limited number of options. How many things am I going to do tomorrow? I don't know, but it's pretty limited. I likely will go to my son's soccer game. I may get to go get a massage. I may go out to a hockey game. I don't know. Those are all things here around Las Vegas. I'm not going to fly to Rome to go see the Vatican. Not tomorrow. I might at some point. It's just not part of my schedule and budget right now. I'm not going to jump really high and land on the moon. I don't know how to do that. So the point is, the choose your own adventure doesn't give you infinite options. It's only a few. Your life is actually like that too. It just seems like they're infinite, but there's only a couple you might actually take. And here's the trick. No matter what choice you make, you will always succeed. You cannot fail at your mission. Period. No matter how badly you screw it up, you will succeed. And so, cool stuff, right? I'm going to talk a little more about this, but if you're enjoying this, want to see more, make sure you hit like, make sure you hit subscribe, smash the buttons. If you want to go very deep into this, check out my website. I've got a link down below for my Healathon live webinar to get to know me a little more, experience some of this at a deeper level, because it's got to be done live. Or if you want to go deep into awakening, I have a program called 30 Days to Awakening that's designed as a 30-day step-by-step guided tutorial to achieve your own awakening in less than 30 days. So check that out if you're interested. So let's talk a little more about this life mission thing. One of the reasons we get screwed up is we think we see everything and have all the answers. We don't. That we're not allowed to fail our mission because we're not given that much power. For the same reason, I didn't let my son drive the family car when he was 4 years old. He wanted to, because when he was 4, I started taking him to Dave & Buster's. He loved the driving games, right? You're driving race cars or trucks or speedboats or snowmobiles, all these cool games, and he loves the driving games. And afterwards, he'd be like, Daddy, can I drive the car? I'm like, no. It's not that I don't love him. It's not that he's not a good kid. It's just a 4-year-old is not physically or mentally mature enough to pilot a vehicle on public roads. It's that simple. So you're not given a choice to fail your mission for the same reason. Your higher self loves you so much you are not given any chance to fail. But here's a crazy thing about us humans. We can create something in our minds and manifest it even if it's impossible, even if it cannot happen. What does that mean? So here's the thing. Let's imagine that you think you're separated from God. And as a result, you get sick and you're poor and miserable. Okay, that could happen, right? Well, here's the crazy thing. You can't be separated from God. God is the all that is, everything and nothing. How can you be separated from everything that is? You can't. Impossible. Mathematically impossible. Logically impossible. So it can't actually happen. But you can believe it's happened and manifest your expectation of what that is like. That's the key. So you cannot be separated from God. You cannot fail your mission. But you can believe you have and then manifest into your experience everything you associate with that. So if you imagine that if you're separated from God, you'll be poor, you'll be poor. No matter how smart you are, how hard you work, you'll be poor. Why? The universe always says yes. Even if you tell it you want to experience something that can't actually exist. You can't be separate from God, but you can be poor if that's what you believe it looks like. Does that make sense? So you can't fail your mission, but you can think you have, and then manifest into your experience everything you associate with that. And you'll point at it and go, look, I'm right. I'm separated from God because I'm so poor. No, it's just a belief. And the tools that I teach and practice are exactly what can clear that. Clear it out of your subconscious, belief gone, nothing to worry about. The last thing I'll leave everyone with is here, in order to help you think about your mission and your purpose, is this, that are we completely powerless in how we create our lives from the ego? I wouldn't say completely. You can create color. You can create texture. So to give you a sense of this, imagine that your life mission metaphorically was going from Los Angeles to Las Vegas. It's about 300 miles, maybe a 5-hour drive. So if that is your mission, you will get there. You have no choice, no matter what you do in the car. You can kick the window, you can try to open the door, you can threaten the driver, you can do anything, it won't work. You will go to Las Vegas, period, because that's your mission. Your soul demands it. Sort of like if you want to take your cat to the vet. Cat doesn't want to go. Cat runs under the bed, cries, claws you, right? But if the cat really needs to go, you get the cat, stuff them in a carrier, take them to the vet, even if they're screaming the whole way. So that's what it's like. If that is your mission, it will happen, period. But the mind and the ego have some ability to shape what the ride is like. In this case, what kind of car are you in? Are you relaxing in the back of a big, comfortable limo? Or are you crammed into some stinky bus? Are you listening to music you enjoy? Do you get enough bathroom breaks? Are you hungry? What kind of snacks are you going to get? All these things matter. They affect the journey. So the mind and the ego, the law of attraction, the belief work, that's what it's for. Can't change your purpose above our pay grade. But we can influence what the experience is like. Because after all, if you're going to go there, even if you don't want to, you might as well enjoy the ride. That's exactly what I can show you how to do. So I hope you found this interesting. That's about all I have to say for today as we wrap up this exploration of your life mission. I am Brent Michael Phillips, signing off for now. We'll be back very soon with video 5 in our series, which is going to be answering another one of life's biggest questions head on. Why do bad things happen to good people? Until then, please enjoy, use the material wisely, and take care, and namaste.